They're eating the dogs, eating the cats. Eat the cats, eat the cats. They're eating the dogs, eating the cats. Eat the cats, eat the cats.
They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat.
How can we possibly take anything seriously? Here at Dumpster Fire, we never really did. And now, well, folks, the discourse has officially gone down to they're eating the dogs and the cats. They're eating our pets and people chanting, "We don't eat cats."
Oh, Michigan, we love you.
How is anyone supposed to stay sane? How is anyone supposed to take any of this seriously? People are breaking up with family members and loved ones over this? You're crazy. You're absolutely crazy if you've lost relationships over any of this. None of these people care about you.
You're not terribly important to me.
Oh, no. None of them care about you. I just think it's so funny that we're at the end of the world and we're just memeing it and writing jingles. Like, I guess what else are you going to do? But
it's all we do.
They're eating. Yeah, but we're not serious people.
Yeah.
This is why it's so crazy to me. They have come down to our level.
Yeah.
We're never going back. That's what people don't understand. There's never going to be a time where politicians are up here and the people are down here. And I actually think this is good, because now they have had to sink to our level to get our attention, which means TikTok dances and chants. Okay, so for those of you who live under a rock, the debate happened. It had everything. It had everything you could possibly want from a debate, which means absolutely nothing of any substance.
She's a Marxist. Everybody knows she's a Marxist.
Well, as I said, you're going to hear a bunch of lies.
Probably her boss. If you call him a boss, he spends all his time on the beach. Another lie. It's another lie.
Hannibal Lecter? You talk about extreme.
Wait a minute. I'm talking now. If you don't mind, please.
Does that sound familiar?
Nothing that matters to any Americans, just a lot of name calling and people slinging mud and nothing to address any of the problems that might be facing our country, because frankly, they're probably insolvable. There was this rumor that was going around that the Haitian migrants in Springfield, Ohio were eating dogs and cats and geese and other things. And it has yet to be confirmed, even though there's videos, but it's very, it's like, who knows what's real. Allegedly, they're like from two different places. No reporters have decided to actually go investigate this. They would rather just make fun of it. And you had people at City Hall saying these things, asking for help in this community, but they don't count, apparently. If you're a white liberal, you can just dismiss them. And now it's become an enormous cluster effing S show. Of course, it came up like instantly in the debate. He alluded to it, Trump, and then he actually brought it up later and he said, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, they're eating our pets.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets.
And Kamala gave her best, like, oh my gosh, mean girl thing. Here's the thing about Trump that I've learned. He speaks in the language of the streets. And by the streets, we're not on the streets anymore. We're online. He speaks in internet language. And I think he does probably spend too much time online and is surrounded by people who are also too online. A weird thing that I've noticed is that there's the people who are very online and the people who are very offline. And there's a distance of about 5 to 10 years in between those two people who exist in America. They're the real two Americas. He'll say something that sounds ridiculous, like he did so in this debate where he said something like they're doing transgender operations on illegal aliens in prison.
Now she wants to do transgender operations on illegal aliens that are in prison.
Which sounds so ridiculous. Everyone just makes fun of it. And then you go and fact check it. And it actually is something that Kamala backed up and was behind not even too long ago.
And there was a specific case. And when I learned about the case, I worked behind the scenes to not only make sure that that transgender woman got the services she was deserving. So it wasn't only about that case. I made sure that they changed the policy in the state of California so that every transgender inmate in the prison system would have access to the medical care that they desired and need.
So here's what I've learned about Trump. He'll say these crazy things that then, like, 2 days, 2 years, 2 months, however long later, ends up being true. It's just that he says it in street language and it sounds crazy. And he also is crazy. And you're like, that can't possibly be true. And then you find out there is some truth to it. And so I don't know what's going on in Springfield. I don't understand any of it. I wish we actually had reporters who would do their jobs, but we don't. So we have memes and TikToks now, and now people are just doing dances about how they're eating the dogs and eating the pets and the cats. And now it's like memes everywhere of Trump rescuing the cats. It's become a whole thing. And then Tim Walz was giving a speech and they were chanting, "We're not eating cats. We're not eating cats." And what's so crazy is that we live in meme world now where everybody's just trolling everybody all the time. And once again, our politicians have come down to our level and now they have had to sunk to this in order to get to one another. She did it on the debate. Kamala made Trump walk right into a trap where she basically baited him with the size of his crowd.
And I'm going to actually do something really unusual, and I'm going to invite you to attend one of Donald Trump's rallies because it's a really interesting thing to watch. People start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom.
She said people start leaving. People don't go to her rallies. There's no reason to go. And the people that do go, she's bussing them in and paying them to be there and then showing them in a different light.
And he walked right into it. We knew he would. You know he would. He can't handle it. He can't handle any talk of his crowds being small or people leaving his rallies early, and walked right into that trap. And then he said, "We're eating the pets." She laughed at him and scoffed. And now there's scores of people chanting, "We're not eating cats," at rallies. And I'm supposed to take this seriously.
Our pets' heads are falling off!
Neither one of these people should be standing on that stage for various reasons. That's what I believe. I believe that Kamala's probably covered up one of the biggest scandals in the history of America, which is that our president has been unfit to serve. In the middle of the debate, I was like, Biden is still our president. It just occurred to me. I kept forgetting. The last debate was a different person. That since the last debate, they tried to assassinate both our presidents, and the Democrats only succeeded in getting one. And I'm supposed to take any of this seriously. So now there's a new person on stage. She's likable. People are like, oh, she can talk. And she's not a maniac, and she's pretty competent, so they don't see the terrifying underbelly that I see. And I want to say something about dumpster fire. I know a lot of you out there think that I'm a MAGA Karen, which could be true, because I think I've actually gone insane over the past 8 years, and I just am realizing it right now. But I will say this. In our dumpster room, writer's room, we have the same 5 or 6 people or so, and I was very surprised to find out how balanced ideologically our room is. Actually, we have quite a few Kamala supporters. We have quite a few independents. And then I end up sounding the most MAGA, even though I'm not 100% sure I'm voting for Trump. But I might, because fuck it, as Michael Malice says. That's my rationale, because LOL nothing matters. If you're like me and you're with the LOL nothing matters vote, I think you just go for whoever's going to be the most entertaining and break the most brains. That's where I'm headed. But I do actually think our room is quite balanced. I find that there's a lot of healthy pushback, and I do actually see in the conversations that we have in our writer's room the struggles from everyone trying to balance the insanity of these two people who are running for office, because it is two kinds of poison, and I don't blame anyone for not knowing which one to pick. You can justify it however you want, and most people are going to, but to the independents out there who hate everything, like me, which is truly where I lie, I said after the debate, I was like, this debate changes nothing. I still hate everyone. And I know there are a lot of you out there, particularly who watch this show, and I don't blame you, because it is like, people are going to be like, you're going to compare this and that. Yeah, I'm gonna. And I can tell you a list of reasons why, but I don't think you want to hear that from me. I think you just want me to do TikTok dances and be like, they're eating the dogs, eating the cats, eat the cats, eat the cats.
Eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat.
I mean, yes, one guy was fine with hanging his vice president, patriotically, of course. And another woman hid from the public that the president was basically brain dead. Who's worse than this? How are you going to tell me one of these people is worse than the other? They both are crazy people. And a lot of people will say, well, at least I know what I get with Trump, which I totally understand, because he just lies out in the open and to our faces, and usually about things that only matter to him. And the other one seems like she's just a part of a giant machine that we'll never be able to get outside of. And if she wins, we'll probably be stuck in it forever. But who's to say?
A lot of people feel the same way about Kamala, though. They're like, I'll vote for her because at least I know what I'm getting. I'm getting the machine. I'm getting the system.
They want
I'm
the
getting
machine. Yeah.
The Matrix has attacked me.
What happens when all of the reasonable people just run away is that we're left with all the crazies. And she comes across as competent, which I think people want. And you're talking about mania versus the machine. I mean, he doesn't do himself any favors by surrounding himself with people like Laura crazy racist Loomer, who is horrible for anybody to be surrounded with at all, let alone when you're in a race to be president. The DNC doesn't even need to have any controlled opposition because she's around. They don't need to do anything. She's a lunatic. They're crazy and getting crazier, it seems. And then you have the machine, which is deeply terrifying to many of us. But some people, as we learned during COVID, many people are very comfortable with the machine. There was like the conspiracy in the debate that she was wearing an earpiece, and we were laughing about that too. Uh-huh. Like, whoever lost, the other guy's always wearing an earpiece. No, she was actually wearing a butt plug like that chess player. Even the quality of conspiracies has gone down in my time. Come on, guys. What's funny is that this is still a tied race. Like, that's actually the most heartwarming thing for me is that it's this close. It's funny. In this episode, I feel simultaneously that we live in the dumbest country in the entire world, judging by all of the TikTok videos and whatnot. And also, I'm strangely proud of us for having this horrible race be tied, even still. I know that might seem weird, but like, it should be a bloodbath in one direction or another, and it's not. So I don't know. The only thing that keeps Dumpster Fire going is your love and unconditional support. I guess it is conditional. Go to Phetasy.com. You get the unedited version of this that drops before the edited version. You also get a lot of other stuff behind the paywall. We're always adding to the various projects that we do, which is numerous because we have a branding problem and I am going insane. And while you're here, don't forget to touch my bells and buttons, like, subscribe, comment. Do support the people who support us, those titties. Today's episode is brought to you by Sheath Underwear, and I love this sponsor. I love them because I'm wearing them right now. That's right. For the men, their patented dual pouch system is revolutionary. It cradles your balls lovingly in their own pouch, and there's a separate pouch for the genitalia. It keeps everything separate from the legs, so you're nice and comfortable and nothing is sticking together, and you can go shopping and mow the lawn and be driving and traveling and not be readjusting because everything's in a nice little pouch. Its own little pouch. It can be worn as boxers or briefs. They're moisture wicking. My husband loves them. It's pretty much it is literally all he wears now. He has gotten rid of everything else. I'm obsessed with the women's line. I love their new underwear. They've got cute booty shorts, these new thongs, which are super sexy. The underwear of legends. Sheath is running a special promo to celebrate their 10-year anniversary. Go to sheath.com and use promo code DECADE to get 30% off your next order. The promo code DECADE is good until September 21st, so get in there and get your amazing discount while you can. I, for one, am proud to be a part of this 10-year journey with them. So please support the people who support us and go get yourself some new undies.